Hey there, buddy. CFL Jim here to give you the Week 6 CFL recap. Let's get into it, shall we? Game number 1, we had the Toronto Argonauts taking on the Montreal Alouettes, with the Argonauts winning this one 37-18. Now, the main story out of this one is Cody Fajardo going out of the game in the first half. It got dark. Just like Montreal's chance without Cody Fajardo. How long's he out? We don't know. But Montreal desperately needs him back in. I don't know if Caleb Evans can kind of keep this team afloat. We'll see if he gets a full start, how he looks, but that performance didn't leave a lot to be hopeful for. For Toronto, you're still good. Dukes, getting it done, doing what you need to do. Your defense is good. You're good enough to make it the entire way. This Argonauts team is good enough to make it. And I think they're just riding until they can get the guy, who I'm not going to mention, back. The Argos can just rely on their defense and the good enough offense. I mean, Jesus, this game, they had a defensive touchdown, a special teams touchdown. The score does not display how just and okay the offense was, if you know what I'm saying. Takeaways for each team. Montreal chalked this one up. This one was kind of due. And also, you lost your quarterback. So what are you going to do here? Just throw this one in the garbage. For Toronto, keep this momentum going. You beat the number 1 team in the league. You can rest your laurels on that. Keep going. Keep marching. You're good enough to hang with these guys. You're good enough to be the number 1 team. So keep playing like it, okay? Good on you, Toronto. Good on you, Argos. Game number 2, we had the Calgary Stampeders facing off against the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Zach Collaros is back. Jake Mayer in for Calgary. And the Bombers win this one 41-37. Holy cow. Sergio Castillo should be MVP of this Bombers team. He is kicking out of his mind right now. Honestly, most of the CFL kickers are doing a great job. The Bombers, they keep the momentum going. They get another win under their belt. Now it's to be seen whether they can keep this going all the way to the playoffs, if they can even reach them at this point. Their defense still leaves a lot to be desired. Calgary, playing with the boys, they're looking pretty good. I think they're trying to kind of get up into those ranks. They're still trying to climb out of that bottom tier into the middle tier system, and wondering, I am, if they do it, can they? I don't know if they can. Prove me wrong, Calgary. That's my challenge to you, Stampeders. Prove me wrong. Honestly, both quarterbacks this game left a lot to be desired. Zach Collaros, he's coming back. It's been 2 weeks. Fine, whatever. Jake Mayer giveth, Jake Mayer taketh away. That's just going to be kind of how you play it out with him. But they still left a little bit to be desired. Turnovers, aplenty with this game. It was kind of wild, kind of a crazy game. The CFL season overall has just been kind of nuts. And this is why we watch. This is why we love this league. Games like this. For the Calgary Stampeders, keep doing what you're doing. You're still like right there. You're keeping up with these teams. Now you just got to get over the hump and get some of these wins. For the Bombers, keep this momentum running. Look a little cleaner and shore some things up on defense. You're going to be fine. I still fully trust in Winnipeg right now. Game number 3, we had the Saskatchewan Roughriders taking on the BC Lions, with the Lions winning this one 35-20. I knew the Roughriders' luck had to end eventually, and it ended here because their defense was not strong enough for the big dick swinging Vernon Adams. This man is on a warpath right now. Easily MOP. BC in general just killing it offensively. Shout out McGinnis this game. My word. Again, BC fell into the trap of not being able to do things in the red zone. Kicking was out of this world. That's what sent them over the edge. But going up against an offense led by Shea Patterson, that's really all you need. And they could march down the field at will, just couldn't punch it in. And honestly, though, that is a credit to Saskatchewan's defense and how dominant they were. They were getting after Vernon Adams. They were getting turnovers. They were getting picks. They were getting pressure, sacks. You name it. It just wasn't enough for Saskatchewan to win this game. For BC, moving forward, you're so good. You're so good. Just turn every game into a shootout and trust that you're going to win, because the Lions are just that good offensively. If Vernon Adams is playing at this level and this offense is kicking, they can beat any team in the CFL. For the Rough Riders, God, I don't know, man. You're still lucky. You're still a really good team. They can rely on this defense to kind of carry them a lot of the way through this season. But Shea Patterson's not going to be the guy. He improved a little bit, but he's not going to get you a Grey Cup. So you better hope that pray to the injury gods right now, because Shea Patterson ain't going to be the one to do it. And game number 4, Ottawa Redblacks, Edmonton Elks. The Redblacks win this one 37-34. Edmonton does it again. Another walk-off field goal. Edmonton, it's a tale as old as time at this point. They start out really, really good. Great first quarter. Kind of fumble it at the end of the second quarter here. And let Ottawa come back, get ahead in this game. Claude Bethel-Thompson, rough third quarter. And they kind of claw their way back in the fourth quarter. And right when you think they're about to send it to overtime, what do? They fuck it up and kick it out of bounds, let Ottawa get the last second field goal, and the Red Blacks get the win. This is Edmonton's MO at this point. And honestly, if I'm Edmonton, you heard it from the fans. They were chanting Trey Ford. Just put him in at this point. What do you have to lose? Put the player in. Put the boy in. Let him see what he's got. If you're not going to play him, trade him. Because at this point, you have literally nothing to lose. Just get him in there. Please. I want to see Trey Ford. And Ottawa, again, they get a little lucky, but honestly, they were almost unlucky. This was a tale in the second half of who wanted to throw this one more. Drew Brown, solid, good. I like the way this Red Blacks team is kind of built up. Their defense is good, and their offense is fine. I believe that they can kind of maybe make some waves, maybe play spoilers come the playoffs. But this game, the story's Edmonton, and how much they hate winning. They're allergic to winning. They can't do it. Going forward for the Red Blacks, keep doing what you're doing. Trust Drew Brown. Maybe trust the run game a little bit more. And the defense is good enough to carry you here. For Edmonton, Jesus. Guys. Rough. And that'll lead me to my CFL Jim Power Rankings for Week 6 of the CFL. Brought to you by the CFL, otherwise known as the Canadian Football League, CFL. From me, CFL Jim, to you, the CFL fan, watching Week 6 of the CFL. Now watching my recap of Week 6 of the CFL. For you CFL fans, from me, CFL Jim, CFL. At number 9, it's the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Didn't play this week. You still stink. You still suck. Tiger Cats, still an abysmal organization at the moment. And for there, they will stay. At number 8, it's the Edmonton Elks. God. You can only... Getting so close only counts in horseshoes and picking up dames at the Applebee's, according to XFL Jim. You gotta get a win. You gotta get a win, boys. At number 7, it's the Calgary Stampeders, putting up an effort, but it's not the fact that they've been doing worse, because they haven't. It's the teams that were below them doing better. So Calgary, you're right there. You're in it. You're still in that bottom tier, though. You're about to kind of break out. I feel it coming. At number 6, it's the Ottawa Red Blacks. Again, they're somewhere in this bottom sort of tier. I like what they're doing, and I want to see just a little bit of improvement. I want to see them do it against the big boys, so to speak. At number 5, it's the Winnipeg Warriors. What a climb for them. They look good, especially on offense. This offense is coming together. They're getting guys back from injury, slowly but surely. The defense is still an issue, but I believe in the Bombers. I believe in the winning organization to kind of fix the ship, so to speak, and kind of get things sorted going into the latter parts of the season. At number 4, it is it's the Saskatchewan Roughriders. What a fall. I know, right? They were number 2 last week, all the way down to number 4. It's just because the defense can only carry you so much, and I like the teams ahead of them just a bit more. I think they're a little bit more well-rounded. Not a bad spot to be Roughriders. These top 4 are still well above every team below them. This is their own tier right now. At number 3, it's the Toronto Argonauts getting that dub. That defense is still good, and the offense, good enough. We'll call them good enough. At number 2, it is the Montreal Alouettes, falling from their number 1 spot. I got to see how they look without Cody Fajardo for a whole game before I drop them any further or decide to keep them in this spot. They're in a weird spot right now. I'm going to put them at number 2, which means number 1, it's the BC Lions. The Wonderkin offense they have going on right now is just Vernon Adams, I would get down on all fours for this man because he is just that entertaining to watch. It is a beautiful thing to see what they're doing over in British Columbia. I can't wait to see how the season plays out for them. It's wonderful. It's beautiful. Mwah, chef's kiss. And that'll do it, folks. This has been the Week 6 recap of the CFL. I've been CFL Jim. I love you guys. Question for you out there. What team do you guys all root for? Who are you rooting for? What storylines do you want to see? Edmonton getting their first win. Vernon Adams, his rise to fame and success. What's going on in Montreal and the success that they've been having this season so far. Can Winnipeg kind of bounce back to their form of the last few years? These are a lot of storylines going on. I want to hear from you people out there, so leave a comment down below. Let me see what you guys are thinking out there in the CFL fan zone. I love you guys. We'll see you next week for the Week 7 recap of the CFL. Later, buddy.